Like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, you may lose our salvation.
Yeah.
I might lose my anointing, but it's like God's grace is immense. Like the Word of God
Yeah.
says, His mercy is new every morning.
Yeah.
So the fact that
That's
you
good. That's
you're able to
good.
go to sleep and wake up the next morning, bro,
Yeah. That's
like
already.
dog, that's a clean slate. Like
Yeah.
this is a notebook. It's a notebook, right?
Yeah.
It's talking about the next morning you wake up, bro, a clean slate.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the page was already flipped. God already flipped that page. Stop worrying about what you written yesterday.
Yeah. And
You
you know
feel
what's
me?
crazy? You know,
So you need to get
That's
out that
real
mindset.
good.
Like, okay,
it's the exact opposite, bro. So same way he said, you know, he's gonna wipe you. The only thing he's gonna judge is your heart, right? Then when you
mm,
talk about hell, when you look at somebody, you know what they did. They're gonna tell you what you did over and over again. They're gonna punish you on exactly what you did. It's the exact opposite. So what you think is happening when you
oh
sit?
my gosh, yeah.
Yes, bro. What you doing when you sitting here like
Because
this?
look,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
because mind you, right, the enemy works through the flesh too, right?
Yes, bro.
So the enemy likes to remind you of your mistakes.
Yes.
He likes to remind you of your past. That's why you ever had like unbelieving friends that always tell you about, hey, remember when we did this, that, and the third?
Mm,
Like the enemy wants you to stay stuck in that mindset. Like, bro, I want you
yeah.
to remember the amount of fun that you had with your old friends.
Yeah.
Forget what God's doing with you. You going to church Sunday, cool. Praise God. But now think about the wild stuff he was doing back then.
Yeah.
That brought so much joy in your heart. And
Mm-hmm.
that's terrible
All right.
because now it's like I'm a Christian, but I'm accepting this. It's like I'm kind of
Yeah.
masking my faith to
Yeah.
please the world.
And
So it's
another
just like
thing
a lot of
is,
cases too. Like we need
bro, is even in this world, I seen a video. It's like you're basically like this, and you're getting tugged. Like God is tugging you this way, the world is tugging you this way. So even you could even take friends out of it and just put yourself in the equation. Literally, just yourself in the equation. When it comes to love covering all things, we don't literally go to Him. We open up the door, and then we walk. Whatever
to.
journey He want to take us on, we walk. Then we become the servant and all this and that. But as soon as we're born, the world has us. Literally. He's protecting us from that moment. That's how powerful the love is. He's protecting us from that very
Right.
moment when we're born, where we're learning these things, learning our environment, learning all the bad ways. We just then become we pick up all that and sacrifice it for him. And that could be your sacrifice right then and there, sacrificing the world up, doing all this and that. But then when the enemy comes in, just how you say it, he's already in the flesh. So then it's gonna be like he's gonna tell. It probably won't even be you. You feel so good, right? You'll feel so good giving your life to God, doing all these things, having a fellowship. Then you'll sit down, get ready to go to bed, and then you'll start to think on those things yourself about the old things that you did. You'll start to have all these desires.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes, yeah,
Oh
bro,
yeah.
and it could be little things that lead up to it.
Because it's super subconscious
Yes,
sometimes.
bro. Yes, bro. So you got to
Like one
defeat
thing I learned too is
yourself.
triggers.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes,
One thing
bro.
I learned too in this faith is triggers. So
Yes,
it's one
bro.
thing, okay, Christ freed us from a lot of things that we went through, but there's
Mm-hmm.
also triggers that we need to be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be depending on what we watch, what we think of, because our mind is very random. But it
Mm-hmm.
also stems from what we watch daily.
Yeah.
So if we're not careful enough, that could be a
Oh,
trigger.
another thing he said,
So there's yeah.
in an interview was the enemy is this right here. This right here, literally. This knows
Carry it
everything.
every day. That's
Yes,
what it's
bro.
good.
This knows everything you want. This has all your temptations. This has all your desires right here in your face, bro. Right
In
here.
the palm of your hand.
And then it goes into people being in power, having the analytics, knowing exactly how to get you, knowing how to do this and that. Bro, it's a crazy world, bro. It's a real crazy world. That's why he says get away from the worldly things. That's why you fast sometimes have to get off your phone. That's why you have to step away from the worldly things. Because if you always sucked into this phone, bro, even if it is looking at, God and this and that, you could easily be discerned. You could easily be strayed off and all this and that. And then you could easily see a trigger pop up. You don't forgot the whole lesson. You don't forgot the whole lesson. Before
Facts.
before you even festered in.
TikTok be doing that
Yeah,
too, bro.
bro. TikTok hit me with good four
TikTok be
videos back
doing
to
that.
back. Back to back. Blasphemy. They just
I scroll,
bro.
I scroll, trap, thirst trap. I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, let's get up off of
I had
here.
to delete the app,
Let's get up off of here.
close the app, close the application.
just
Yeah.
turn over. But yeah, bro, it's such a crazy world out here, bro. Let me post the Discord real quick.
I
I
gotta
think
be
what,
alert and sober. Man.
yeah, when she when everybody get active, we'll start the testimonies and things like that. But I'm finna post the Discord. Promise that you sing the problem forever. Promise that you sing the problem forever. Ooh. Watch. Give it a year's time. People gonna be begging to be in the Discord. Hey, I want to be part of the gang. I want to be part of the fellowship. Ah. Come
Hey
on
man,
in,
Y'all didn't do
bro.
doors always open.
You said what?
y'all didn't do testimonies, right?
Nah, we would just have a good
Not yet.
conversation. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
We'll,
making sure I didn't miss it.
we'll talk about conspiracy. We talk about God. We talk about all this and that. All this and that. And then even when it comes to conspiracies, bro, they all have some type of foundation too. And then it's been repeated and everybody's saying the same thing. It's like the story doesn't really change about a lot of them, and then you really have to dive into them and see the deeper meaning of them, because some people have to speak in, you know, certain parables and secrets and things like that. But when you go to look at it in history, bro, they're saying the same
Yeah.
thing even from way back then.
Facts. Super facts.
Like I love that he mentioned that how we think we're more wise than our ancestors and things like that. He said it's good to like think like that, but you gotta think the things that they were able to do and the type of work ethic they had. We don't really have that in this generation like that. Like, yeah, we have people that has you know, ambition and strive, but you gotta think of what they was able to accomplish and how, and the mathematics that was into it, and just the thought part, the planning, the execution, all of it. Like, still to this day, some people will still sit here like, how? Like, we know how we do a lot of things now with machinery. But back then, it's just like, how? How did they
Right.
mold this? And things like that. So it just be... Well, you gotta watch it. I'm gonna send you the interview. That interview was so far. I still got
Oh, for sure.
I still got an hour left. It was a 3-hour podcast. I think it's crazy.
Mm.
Man,
You ever watched the Just Different podcast?
just different. Nah, that gotta be one I gotta add to
Yeah.
my list. Then
Nah, them boys pretty good. I haven't watched them in a while, but when I was on them, that was like an extra like Bible study, bro. Straight young folks too.
oh yeah, I love that. See, that's what I plan to do with my podcast. I just need to get more guests, but I think for a while it's just gonna be me speaking on it, until you know it grows and I get.
Oh, I'll slide through, man.
Oh yeah,
I'll
for sure,
pack my bags, bro.
for sure. Special guest, special
That'll
guest.
be a
Wait,
movie.
where you at?
I stay in Florida.
Oh, you stay in Florida? You for real? What
Yeah.
part? I stay in Florida too. What part?
You in Florida too?
Yes.
I'm like up north. I'm in around Coral Springs.
Cold Springs. Okay, I'm in Tampa. I might have to take a little.
Tampa? Damn.
Take a little trip up there or
That's
something.
what's up.
I'm gonna definitely let
Nah,
you know.
word,
though.
man.
After I shake back from my little situation and get everything, you know, rolling. Oh, for sure that gotta happen.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I did not know that. I don't know why I thought you was from like I don't know. I don't know where I thought you was
I
from.
thought you was in Ohio or something.
Ohio is crazy. No,
I thought you was living up north. I don't know. I don't know why.
No, I never been to Ohio. I plan on going though. I plan on going everywhere.
I don't recommend it.
You
I
don't?
would
You
say
say you
stay
don't
in Florida.
recommend it?
No.
Y'all don't got no good food spots?
What
Why
I
not
mean?
though?
Don't recommend what?
She said Ohio.
Come to Ohio.
Hey, that's a diss.
You're
I wouldn't
so
take that too lightly
Well,
about you.
I would say Ohio, just not where we from, Tasha. Like,
Oh yeah, maybe go to.
dang.
know.
Nobody
Far
representing
from-
Ohio. What is going on?
Damn, that's tough.
Y'all don't have no. I just want to go to
Ohio's
different
not the
food
best.
spots. They ain't got no food spots. Don't nobody cook up over there.
They said
They do.
best thing they
No.
got is McDonald's, bro. That's tough.
Yeah,
They don't got what, Cindy?
I say it's the regular like stuff here, nothing spectacular.
Yeah, I feel like the only good place for shoot, the filter good, but
Filter.
The filter.
It's called the filter. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we gotta change that name.
It's good.
What they filtering?
It's called the filter experience. It's just
Oh.
food.
Okay.
It's like nice. You gotta make reservations and stuff.
Okay.
Interesting.
We gonna look up the filter.
I'll go to Detroit though.
Detroit. I just want to go everywhere and
Mhm.
eat, bro. Like, I want to be one of those channels that get paid to eat. No lie. No lie.
Yeah, you gotta collab with them though. Like we got some. So over here, there's a spot called Brandon Bistros. It's a family restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm going crazy right now.
Oh, for sure. You need to go ahead and do a video on them then. Be the Florida Keith Lee.
I don't be doing that stuff. I'm not a content creator, bro.
Nah, be the Florida Keith Lee. You ain't
I'm just
got to,
I'm
bro.
a regular customer, man.
Be like,
I'm just a customer.
Today something changed in my heart. I am the Florida Keith Lee. And then that's where we start from.
I had that like 3-4 times, so I can't really make another review on it.
True. Nah, then whenever
At that
you
point,
know,
it's just to flex what I got on.
whenever the podcast happen, that's where we're gonna slide to, because I gotta see something. Because I may be skinny, bro, but yeah.
Nah, I used to be a big boy, so the
Yeah.
appetite's still there, bro.
Yeah. Put straight fork to plate.
Nah, for sure. That's lit.
Cindy, are you ready? Are you still? Everybody ready?
I'm doing my,
You
doing
say-
my hair. But I'm about to phone.
Throw it in the bun, gang.
You
Put on the
always do
bonnet.
Throw it in the bun, gang. Your bonnet on. Throw it in the
always
bun,
doing your
gang.
hair.
Because I'm going to church
Messed
at 7. So I'm
Okay,
trying to get
okay.
We gonna go to church and go to the gym when I get back.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
And
get
watch
Okay.
sermon.
her in the gym because she was
And
talking
watch
about
what?
me
A
earlier.
sermon?
Catch up on our sermon.
Okay.
Get her in the gym. She was talking about me earlier, saying I was lazy. Work her. Work her.
I wish I could lock in like y'all, man.
What, like being in the gym?
Yeah, I wish I could like hoop every so often, man. Work got me busy, and I got class I'm trying to finish up because I'm about to graduate in a few months.
Oh,
So I'm trying to do all my work in
yeah.
before spring break, especially with one class in particular.
Yeah.
Where do you go to school at?
I go to Broward College.
Oh.
But that's
don't
in
know.
Florida.
But see, I don't know why I asked. Like I know where that's at.
I'm so dead.
Nah, it's like it used to be a community college, but now it's like, you know,
Them
regular
boys-
public.
Them boy don't upgrade it. Them boy don't
Okay.
upgrade it.
Almost there, man.
Where bro went? He ain't slick. Oh. If we all ever link up in person, I'm gonna have some words for the men of God. They do not be standing on business.
It would be lit if we all could do like a retreat somewhere.
That would be
That's
fire.
like later down the line.
That would be fire.
That would be a movie.
That would be so fire.
Uh,
Holy movement.
Word.
Oh, that would be so
I'll
tough.
fuck.
Oh, Bible study in person.
Like, yeah.
Whoa.
In Hawaii or something.
Oh yeah.
Like somewhere on the island. It's like probably during the summer. That would be a crazy vibe.
Get grounded on the land and get some fruit bowls. Yeah. That sounds so nice.
That'd be hard.
It's gonna happen. Now we're gonna speak into existence. Now we gotta yeah. It's gonna make it out the
In Jesus'
Discord
name,
chat.
man.
It's gonna make it out the group chat.
We making it out the group chat, yo.
Yeah, we make it
Y'all
out
stay
the group
tuned.
chat.
We'll see.
Nah, we are. Cause then that's when everybody gonna be like, oh, I wanna join,
we
I
will
wanna join, I wanna join. Yeah. Say a Bible verse, go right now. Let me stop. I'll get one ticket in. Cindy, this is why you need to get locked so you can just wake up, shake your head, shake your dress, and then you good.
Oh, we're waiting for Cindy right now?
We waiting for yeah.
I feel like 2 people.
yeah. What? What you need me for?
Girl, to get active, everybody turn on their cameras. Well,
Hey, camera on. Now what?
we didn't know what you
Leave
was
it there.
doing. Yeah, we didn't know what you was doing, girl. All right. So who's starting off their who wanna share their testimony? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Not you got work today?
No.
Tati, you there?
I had a 3-hour lab though. That almost killed me.
Yeah, I'm here. I was in the shower.
Oh no, baby. 3 hour lab.
Everybody's in the
Yeah,
show.
breathing in gas, mixing chemicals. Like I'm done.
Wait, what?
I had a chemistry lab today. It's like 3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chemistry. Oh man,
I don't know how I passed chemistry. I'm not
thank God
gonna
I
lie.
passed that, man.
I don't know how I
I'm
passed
doing
chemistry.
okay. I don't even know how I get through every lab because I honestly don't know what's going on.
I never knew what was going on. I was in class with my best friend, and he did not let me focus. I didn't know what was going
My
on.
teacher had a heart condition, so we all passed.
What?
Like super great. So I'm like, I was about to fail the class, but we all passed, bro. He had a heart condition, like I forget, like you know what I mean. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Bro was just
So you
like,
heard about him? He's not coming back to school. Just passed. This was like
That's
it
crazy.
was like 3 weeks. 3 weeks before the quarter end. Oh, he's not coming back. Something happened with his heart. He's getting surgery. Pray that he's doing okay today, but we all passed.
what?
Oh,
Bro was just in
wow.
the hospital,
That's
like, pass
crazy.
him, just pass him. I ain't even got no time for the stress. Pass him. That's
My school
Yeah.
end up, we'll probably still have to do it.
Yeah,
No,
my
They
math.
don't
no
care.
substitute. Like, how's it?
We had a math teacher that
That's
was pregnant
crazy.
each year, and she was never there. I don't know how she kept her job.
Each year.
Yeah, she was low key finessing them
crazy.
with that maternity leave. She knew,
That's crazy.
she knew what she was doing. So who's starting us off? I want to hear something. Mark, you starting us off? You want to get yours out the way?
I was gonna say ladies first because I'm a gentleman, bro.
Oh yeah, ladies first. Ladies first. Cindy, I feel like you should get yours out the way so you can just focus.
Yeah, because she want to say something right now, bro.
Yeah.
I can't focus if I'm doing my hair. So it's like I'm gonna keep stopping. Like, so I can go second.
Natasha.
I don't even know what we're doing. So
It's a testimony, like how you started your
Testimony.
journey and all this and that, what led you.
Christ, what
Yeah.
made you, want to follow Christ? Like, just your journey.
I could go third. No,
Man, somebody better bro. Y'all want me to go first, man?
I gotta think.
Okay, I'll go first.
Oh,
Oh wait, go ahead, Tati. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Step for the ladies. Turn the mic back on. Step for the ladies.
She turned her mic on.
Yeah. All you had to do was breathe. She said, yeah, get in here.
She's like,
what made me start my Christ journey? Well, I was a Muslim. I was practicing the Muslim religion before I started back practicing like Christ and stuff like that. Cause my stepdad was Muslim, and I was like, let me just practice it and see how I like it and see how I'm able to understand it and all those other type of things. But I recently realized that I was just practicing it just because I really wasn't like as committed as I am like in my Christ journey when I was practicing my Muslim religion or whatever. But I just was like, let me just hop back into it because I really wasn't like, how can I say this? I wasn't really connected with God for real, even though like I grew up in a Christian home, and then I went to church and all that other like type of stuff like that. But I really wasn't like as committed as I am now. Like I could see the difference from how I was like months ago or a few years ago or whatever, and now it's like a like drastic change, like everything from like all the lessons that I've been taught and all that other stuff. Like I just feel like once I got back into it, I started looking at life differently and realizing certain stuff for what it really was, and just got like the grasp of having faith in God and just believing that He could do what I need Him to do for me and what I want for myself. But it start with me first, so I was like, let me just get deeper into it and be honest with myself. That way, it'll be easier for me to go to God and talk to God about whatever it is that like I needed to talk to Him about or needed to know, and like for the future and stuff like that. So that's just like a little bit, I guess. But yeah, that's it.
Amen.
Hand claps,
So
hand
for
claps. We love
Huh?
that.
Then again,
DJ, close your door.
it was because of D Anthony, like this one that's on like the chat with us right now. um, what can I say? Well, I was dating his brother or whatever. So when we was like living with D Anthony at the time, he was just like beginning his process of getting in the Christful lifestyle and things like that or whatever and being saved. And once I seen him doing it, it made me think and step back and be like, okay, why am I actually practicing the Muslim religion and all this other type of things? And then when I seen him and his life started to change because he took the steps towards Christ, I was like, yeah, it's probably time for me to just step back, let everything go and give it to God. And then once I did that, I was like, yeah, I like this feeling better than the feeling that I was getting when I was practicing the Muslim religion, because I really was just practicing it just because, like I just mentioned previously. But once I got back into Christ, everything just literally did a whole 360. And I was like, yeah, that's what I needed, because life was very, very hectic at the beginning or whatever. But now it's everything just going according to plan, which I can't do nothing but thank God for, because without him, it's literally nothing. I'm literally nothing. So, yeah.
That's real.
Thank you. Thank you. I
That's
went
super.
on my camera on, but I'm trying to
Woo!
fix my hair and get ready and stuff. So, yeah.
Everybody make some
where
noise.
you going?
Woo, woo.
Where you
I'm
going?
there. I'm not going nowhere. I had spilled something when I was laying down. So I just got up and
Hey,
got in the
yo.
shower again because I ain't want to be sticky and stuff. And my hair was looking a mess. I had my camera on earlier, but I just looked at myself again. I was like, let me just touch myself up real quick.
Got you.
All right, next time y'all need to start getting ready at like 4-5 for the Bible study.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah,
What you say?
that too.
All right, y'all need to
So
start
you
getting
can
ready
hide
at
your
like,
hair.
yeah, they need to start getting ready at like 4 o'clock for the Bible
He
study.
want us to be prepared early, basically.
Prepare.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, Cindy. You said second. Is number 2.
Hold on. Wash my hands like I'm talking.
Bam, bam, bam. Boy, you better take your.
Yup. Well,
All right.
yeah. Check out
All
me.
right. So, with me, I don't even know where to start. Okay. So with me, I always been to church and stuff like that. So I always believed there was a God, but I never knew who he was or nothing about what to do. I didn't know about praying or nothing like that, but I always knew there was a God. So, okay, when I was younger, I was going to churches, but they was all corrupt. So they wasn't teaching me nothing like that. So I grew up still living worldly, You know, I grew up, I was smoking. I love to drink, and I wouldn't say I don't like it now, but I just don't do it. So I was smoking, I was drinking, and then every time I would smoke, I would hear, like, I knew it was God. So, like, every time I smoked, it would be like, don't do it, or like, stop doing this. Like, I just had that bad feeling. And I started getting real bad anxiety from smoking, like, real bad anxiety. Like, I still have anxiety now, but I'm learning ways to control it. So, but I got it from smoking. Hey. So, I was smoking and stuff, and every time I would smoke, I would get that voice in my head, like, you need to stop, but I never stopped. And then one time, huh? Yeah, look up in my cabinet. One time I was, oh, who? You hungry? Okay, give me a second. Gotcha. I'm gonna get it. Give me one. So, okay, this one time I was smoking. I smoked, and I got so paranoid one time. I was on the floor, and I was like, I'm finna die. I'm telling my mom's boyfriend, because I'm like, I'm finna die. I didn't go to the ambulance. I'm finna die. Like, I was on the floor tweaking out. And I never got like that before. So I was in a room on the floor, like, I'm finna tweak out. Then he got me some water. The water was not helping. I still couldn't breathe. So I'm like, I'm finna die. Like, bro, God, can you save me? Then after that, I stopped smoking. But yeah, I used to smoke like a lot of times a day. I used to drink like that. So I stopped smoking. After that, I felt so much better, and I started talking to God more after that. But I was still drinking though, so I stopped smoking and started drinking. So got rid of that. Then I knew God wanted me to stop smoking, because every time I smoked, like, I heard His voice. Literally, I heard His voice. So I just knew. But then I started drinking, and I'm sorry, it's loud, kids over here, but so I started drinking, and then it was nothing bad about that. I just feel like He didn't want me to do that either, so I stopped. Like, my relationship grew after I stopped smoking, and I'm like, it's making me feel cool, whatever, but like, I know God don't want me to do it, so I stopped. Like, I just knew my relationship grew closer after I stopped smoking, so I stopped doing that. And then I started seeing people on Instagram, their faith start growing tremendously, and they would start sharing stories and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, like, I always knew there was a God. I knew there was a God. I don't know nothing about him. And this made me want to learn more. I don't know. People influence me on Instagram and stuff like that. That's how it grew. I don't know. No. I'm done though.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, I always felt like He had a purpose for me, because I always heard His voice. I just didn't know nothing about Him. So that just made me want to grow closer. And then I'm here now.
What's crazy is I literally thought that, like, you've been doing this for like years, and that's what's crazy.
I just came to God this year.
That's wow. I couldn't even see that like a mile away. That's
when
crazy.
like when did you start? I know you started like
or this year. Oh no!
Oh, it was last year. Last year.
Yeah, last year, not this year, because this year, yeah.
You just started.
It wasn't this year. It was last year.
You know, like around what time?
I do not.
So I do not.
Okay. Now y'all want to see my sweater? That just dropped.
You talking about the one I got? Natasha, you're muted if you're talking.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I just looked at my size there.
What size is that?
Cross.
What size is
I'm
that?
gonna go that large, extra large.
What size is that, Cindy?
Let her show off. Let her show off real quick. She don't hear us.
What?
We were trying to say what size it was using your model bag. No, using your model bag.
Because it's so hard, period. But it's a medium. This one is a medium.
Okay, all right. A large should fit me good.
No,
I need, like, this is a real question for me. Who's your vendor?
Cindy, who's your vendor?
It's silent.
Cindy, you're on mute.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus.
I'm so sorry. I was talking this whole time. So
I hate gatekeeper.
I have a Pakistan vendor, and I partner with Temu. Like me and them got an agreement and stuff like that.
With Timu?
Those two, huh?
You said
A
with
pack-
Timu?
Yeah, I partner with them. Like I had to send them an email and stuff like that. And then I have a Pakistan vendor.
We're gonna need some help with that. Because spring is like right now. So like I need like some serious help on this.
Yeah, them shirts that I wanted. Your shirts? I'm still waiting on that.
I know, like, I know it's high. You're not the only person too. I'm trying to get it out like expeditiously.
Yeah.
What's your business?
So I sell clothes as well. The name is called The Saving News. So the site, I'm already building the site now. The page is already established on Instagram. So I'm gonna drop in the group chat.
Yeah. For
What it
sure,
say?
for sure.
Yeah.
Not just
the-
business.
The Saving News. So,
No,
so
on the
faith-based
shirt.
clothing brand. On the shirt, it says on the back it says it's more than a brand, it's a lifestyle.
A period.
Yeah.
And on
Okay.
and on the front of the shirt is
Don't just
the
be
logo.
putting on my clothes and yeah.
But that's like the first design because I actually draw on the low. So what you're seeing, that's not even like
Oh,
that's
you draw?
surface level.
You know how to draw like cartoons?
Yeah. I used to get paid for a drawing. I used to be an artist when I was a kid.
I might have to pay you for something.
That's cool.
Like,
I might have to
I
pay
got
you
tapped
for
to get
something.
that. That used to be my little hobby. But you know what I mean? I'm allowing God to exercise, that love through the things that I like. So
Yeah, your gifts.
I'm trying to go crazy with that this
You
year.
ain't slit. You sitting over there all quiet. You ain't slit.
Yeah, she said she the third, ain't it?
She was trying to sit over there frozen. Your screen ain't froze.
Okay. So
And your phone on
basically,
airplane mode.
right though. Turn the Wi-Fi off.
Damn.
So basically, I also been knew there was like a God, a higher power, but I just didn't know exactly what it was. And also like nobody around me really was into God or went to church. Like me and Cindy grew up together, so like it was nothing to like give us no type of like example. So like even if I did try to bring it up, nobody would take me serious or nothing like that. Or they'll tell me like I don't believe in that, so it's kind of hard to try to believe in something like everybody else around you doesn't believe in. And so for a long time, like I always thought about it, but I just never got into it. And then I came home from college on a break, and I seen Cindy. Like I seen her like on Instagram doing it and stuff. Like we never really talked about it, but then I like was sit in her room with her and like watch the sermons and stuff, and that's when I really got into it. And I'm still trying to find God and really understand who He is and trying to like create a relationship because I'm not there yet. But yeah, that's really it.
Okay. Love that. Woo! Okay. Mark. Who? Mark. Me. Mark. Okay.
I was gonna go anyway.
Go ahead.
So this is like me growing up, you would think I've grew up in a church. I really didn't. I got into church at 8 years old, and it was because like my cousin on my father's side of the family was in that church like down the street from me. So my family was like, okay, cool. And mind you, like my mom was Catholic because she's Jamaican, so she grew up in Jamaica, and for a lot of Jamaicans, are Catholic. So she just operated on religion heavy, and I was just forced to go. I get dragged to church every Tuesday for study, every Sunday. Could care less. So I knew Jesus is God, but I always feared him, not reverence, but like actually afraid of God because I know God can end my life like this. But as a kid, I just never like registered because I'm a kid. I just go to school, play games, do what a typical kid would do. So I was in and out of church growing up. Stopped going to church till I was like 14. And I went to some church in Miami. It was just like entertainment gospel. I was just there for the lights, popcorn in the lobby. And wasn't really talking about God. And from there, it was just like a huge absence. And this is coming towards COVID, around 2020. So this is like my senior year of high school because I graduated in 21. And I transferred to the school. made the varsity team, hooped, all that stuff. And I reached a pivotal point in my life as an athlete, like, bro, I might not play this game anymore because I'm overlooked by coaches. So we're talking about one coach vouching for me. And so there's like a strength and conditioning coach. And they just like, they've been vouching for me to get in, get playing time over a coach who had favoritism over players in the same position. And it just never budged to the brink where it was my last game of high school ball. My family was watching, and I didn't get in for like the last minute of the game. So that hit me hard, like rock bottom. That night, I drove home with my mom in the car, went in my room, sat on my bed with my jersey on, and I questioned God. Like the first time ever, like, why, God? Like, why I'm not in this position? Why I'm not where I said I was gonna be? And then that just led me to a Zoom call with my brother-in-law who's in the faith. It was nice. I became a little bit vocal, and from that point, he nudged me and said, like, I'm going to usually lock in. Like, let's lock in. So from that point, I was in Bible study with family every Friday, just being a sponge, having very little to say, but just a lot to retain. So I'm just sponge, just soaking it all in. Graduated, actually starting to thank God more, being more open to Him. I got my first job as soon as I graduated. Got saved my second week at the job. And then from there, like, God done removed worldly friends out my life. My last relationship was around that time. So not only I was single, but I had a fire for God. So by Him excluding me from all these things, He excelled me in just ways where my mind's different, my heart changed. Like I stopped cursing when I got saved. Like I used to have a lustful heart, used to want to have sex a lot. That's super tainted until marriage. You know what I mean? And a lot of these desires I used to have, it's all just not. I want to do things that glorify God. So even now, me, in the sense of hooping, I would still want to hoop. I want to play ball overseas. That's the real plan, and I've got visions of that already. So I know it's until God's timing.
Yeah.
But even from then, God has just been excelling me, bringing better friends in the faith, leading me to you guys now, and so on and so forth. And even with just this year alone, has been so much increase to where I got a new car, I got a better job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm living better, right?
Yeah.
I'm being healthy.
Yeah.
I'm living, but also being mature. So
Yeah.
God has increased my life because of my obedience, and to understand that was just me letting go of everything that I thought I was gonna do.
Sacrifice it, bro.
So now my faith has become a whole life of its own because of my yes.
Yeah.
So that's what led me to being today, giving y'all my testimony.
That was beautiful, cuz. That was so beautiful, cuz. Oh my God. He said he got us his friends. Y'all not excited, make some noise. Oh.
Appreciate y'all.
We his friends.
Thank y'all for allowing me being open.
And guess what?
We
I'm
attend
going to the
these.
overseas games too, bro. And I better have a
That's a
jersey.
fact.
I'm gonna be
I'm
acting like
saying
the
y'all
coach.
we can also watch, man.
I'm gonna be acting like the
Tap
coach.
in.
Put him in, coach. Yeah.
I'm dead.
Okay. I'm a little nervous. But no, it's a safe place.
Yeah, enough about me. What about you,
I'm
bro?
with my friends. Okay. So
Right, you not slick.
yeah,
Going
no,
last.
listen. I got y'all. So for me, I think me and you was talking about this earlier in a Discord call, Mark, when I was saying that, I better understand the beginning of my journey and how like the grasp of it and how the revelations were brought to me and him showing like where I'm supposed to be at and like the end goal of how close our relationship could look like. So even before getting to that point, it really helped me looking all the way back, just understanding how my family was, especially on my dad's side. Like it was just so bad to the point where me and my cousin, the one that I have tatted, was like, obviously our family is cursed. Like we got that at a young age. So like at a young age, we wasn't really worried about like, playing the game as much or cartoons and things like that. It was like we were really taking a look at our family at a very young age and seeing how corrupt and how messed up it was. And we didn't really understand the full grasp of it then, because we're still kids, but obviously we could tell that something was wrong. So that was a big thing on my agenda, was you know not being like the ones that were above me, the ones that are taking care of us and things like that. So going throughout the years, I don't know what it was about whatever my dad had did, but it was like I had to pay for his sins. So a lot of times, I would be outcasted, and I didn't know at the time because my cousin was still alive. So just because he was alive and it was the first one in the generation, everybody kind of compelled to him, and I was his right hand man. So they had no choice but to really take me in because we were a duo. So growing up with like basically staying with them, that was like basically my brother. So um it got to a point where just even me still, my mom being so young, having me, and me moving around from household to household to household, I became like very quiet, but still frustrated all the time, just from always having to adapt, always having to change to new rules and things like that. So I was still respectful, but just I held in a lot of frustration for me just not able to be comfortable, like spread my wings or whatever. So I'm gonna jump to where um, the big change really started to happen, like throughout all my trials and tribulation, from my dad not really taking care of me, from my mom's side having set expectations for me because they had me at a young age. So I'm fighting all these agendas and all these expectations already put on me, and I'm not necessarily feeling the genuine love that I yearn for, or as a child should receive growing up. So 2020, kind of how you said with the whole relationship thing, um, I had met this girl in 2020, and it happened on the last day of school, before COVID, the lockdown. So I had just met her on a field trip, and we locked in like that. And it's kind of crazy the way that we met and it aligned. Um, so the time that I met her was such an important, pivotal moment in my life because I didn't know the trial that was ahead of me, which was my cousin committing suicide once I actually came back to Tampa, to finally be with my family again, from my mom moving off her impulses and stay moving. Like, I've been to 16 schools in total. I'm in the 16 schools, 3 just senior year. So me finally back in town, God is showing me all the things that he does have attended for me, like, dancing. I started dancing with the group that I always wanted to dance with. The things that I could do, and then all that was like put to a hold when the shutdown happened. So me and the girl kept in contact, and for me not really having nobody, I was always closed off. So after my cousin did, take his life, I opened up to her, and from her being like, the only person that was there for me in that moment, I clung on to it. So this little relationship that I did have with her really helped me, like, lead me to Christ, because I kind of seen the issues of my flaws from growing up. Like, she made those very aware, but also she did help me see the traumas that I do need to work on, and I did gain a little confidence from, being there for her. So we're gonna skip to 2023. My mom was sick and she almost lost her life. So at this time, this is when Tati is staying with me and my brother is staying with me, and just a bunch of things are happening back to back. Like, obviously my mom was almost losing her life. There was an incident that happened in Brandon Mall where a gun went off, and my friends had left me for dead, and I was still beefing with my brother. He didn't really check up on me. So I'm still feeling like these triggers of not having genuine love, but always giving it out. So the only reason me and that same girl was on and off, like, I was trying to get her to be my girlfriend for like 3 years. We were just on and off, a genuine vibe or whatever. And just so happened when I was over it, like, I knew my worth kind of. She hit me with she didn't hit me with it. She went through her trials and she had signs of breast cancer. That's what drew me back in, because I almost lost my mom in the hospital, and now she's going through her whole thing. So I'm draining myself being there, taking her to her appointments, taking my mom to her appointments, still not coming home and not having like really no peace to sit here and process all these things, to the point where it led me down such a dark path once me and her got into it this one time, because I had compared her to my mom, but like the first time I did it was in like an aggravating way, and that was my fault. But the second time I did it was like in a good way, like saying like, oh, like you give her off of motherly love, and she kind of said, oh, don't compare me, because they both have their mental labels, like mental conditions. Like she had excessive depression, my mom had bipolar depression. So she said, don't compare me to your bipolar mom. And when she said that, oh, that's when my heart broke, and I broke down to her mom about it. And that's where it kind of led me down the darkest path ever, because it was like from her being my peace, and she hurt me like that. Like I had like really never been like being vulnerable, and she hurt me. It got to a point where I just started to not feel valued by the people I was around or loved, and I just didn't feel like starting over again. Like he was obviously showing me that I just need to be out of that environment, but a lot of my people struggle with mental illnesses in my family, and even trying to take their lives. See, I've had thoughts, but I never act upon. But when I started to have them more and more and more and more, I was at work one day, and me and her got into it, and her mom texted me, it was like, you can't take your frustration out on her, you need to heal and do all this and that. So I took that into consideration, because my mom has a big reason why she always pushed me into Christ, pushed me into Christ, pushed me into Christ, and really looked out for me. So on break, I wrote down my self-reflection, and it was like a novel, bro, like 30 minutes straight writing. I'm talking about no break, no thinking. I'm talking about straight in there, like something took over me, and I'm putting all my flaws, everything that happened to me, everything that made me feel a certain way into my notes. And I kind of handed it to God before I got out the car, and I'm feeling all these emotions as I'm walking back in, because I felt like me writing that at the time, it was like, you know how a person would leave like a letter. So it was kind of like, you know, my letter in a way, just for people to be like, oh, why did he do what he did and things like that. So once I went back into Amazon, my friend, I'm like, my mind was going, bro. It was like I was making up my mind to do it, because one thing about me, when I have my mind made up, it's made up. Like at that time, like I wasn't into the whole submission thing and this and that. It was my way or no way. So I had my mind made up, and I'm going into the lane, and I'm pushing the tote cart into a lane that already has one, and my friend's like looking at me crazy because I have my own lane and I'm in his with a whole nother cart. He's like, bro, you okay? And then everything just stopped. And literally, I'm in a white room, bro, and it's a black door that's death, and there's a white door, and it's like, you could basically be like the man in your family from the cloth that you're cut from, or I could show you how to live. That was like him giving me that free will, but him stopping me before, you know, I made my final decision to walk away forever. So that's kind of what started my journey. And once that happened, bro, like after that shift, once I got home and I woke up, it's like I woke up to joy, bro. I kid you not. And that feeling was stuck on me for like a fresh new car smell for 2 weeks. Like nobody could tell me nothing. Nothing could happen to me. And things were happening back to back. Nothing could really happen to me that affected my mood. I felt invincible, like, kid you not. And then that's where all the wisdom started hitting my head, like at once, about, because the question I asked, I always wanted genuine love. So I said, how can I perfectly understand love and how to go about it? Because people tell me, oh, I love too hard, or like I go about it the wrong way, things like that. So I asked, how do I perfectly understand love? And he gave me that foundation, basically telling me that he is love. And that's what helped me make all my revelations from the foundation to how things are now. So that's what really led me to, you know, starting my journey, and why I can't turn back. Because it wasn't like I chose, yeah, he gave me a decision, but the way he grabbed me didn't feel like a, you know, it felt like he chose me, he picked me and things like that. So who am I to really throw that back in his face or slap him back in his face with that? Like, I can't even do that. So, you know, this is who I am now, in his image and whoever he sees me to be.
That's powerful, bro.
Yeah.
And like you've been saying that like pretty frequently. Like, I didn't choose him, but he chose me.
Yeah.
Same thing that I said when I first spoke on the call. Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, everybody who had a pivotal point, like, God knew that you were gonna say yes that specific moment, that specific night or day.
Yeah.
Like who would have thought I'm at my job and my brother's father-in-law, because I was working at a family business on my first job. I was a chef. And
Yeah,
he asked me like, "Are you saved?" I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm still living." He's like, "Nah, are you born again in the spirit?"
yeah.
And from there we prayed that prayer, and I believe every single word that was said.
Mm-hmm.
And overnight, like it's just been a drastic change.
Mm-hmm. Cause bro,
So
like,
like now I could be more human, if that makes sense. I could be
yeah,
more emotional. But
yeah.
you know, men in society, they're not too fond about being too expressive.
Cause they
You know,
holding in all those
they
spirits,
want
bro.
they want to like emasculate.
Yeah. No, the greatest
So it's
thing you
like,
could do is be vulnerable, bro. Just with God's armor on your heart.
yeah,
Jesus, what? He cried. He cried. He
right.
was compassionate. He was emotional. He knew what
Like,
to
do you know how
do.
hard it is to like, you know how hard it is to try to explain to somebody, but like, you don't want to tear up, you don't want to cry because you go think you some wuss. Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, this is real.
No,
So,
I done held my friend when he cried when his father passed. I done held my friends when they cry. I tell my friends to cry. I tell my friends it's okay. Because one thing you
right,
doing, you holding in those spirits, and one day somebody's gonna tick you off. Then you turn to a walking time bomb,
right.
and then somebody's gonna hit
And
that
you'll crash
right
out.
point, bro. And then, yeah, you just gonna lash out on somebody that doesn't even deserve it for real. And
Yeah.
then in doing that,
But
that's
it's
like
ultimately
attacking
that's
yourself. That's why you say we're all one spirit, bro. You attacking somebody, that's like attacking yourself because you're gonna feel it like 3, 4, 5 times more.
especially because that conviction too,
Yep.
where you know in your heart is wrong.
Yeah. Like,
But to even speak about this that's deep
yeah,
because we all have different paths, but it doesn't it doesn't change the fact that we're all
yeah,
going to be on one accord. Or
yeah,
God's calling us to be on one accord.
yeah,
So it's a bold step we're all taking. It's not because of religion, it's not because of emotional stimulation,
yeah.
because of a praise and worship song. Not
Right.
because we actually hit a position in our life where we're in need of Christ.
Yeah. So think about it
And now
like
because we're
this.
in need of Christ, that's all we're relying on. Like not our own understanding, but what he said through his word and what we partake in by our obedience and our love for him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Even think about it. Think about it like this. So we're all supposed to be on one accord, right? So your human body, the anatomy of your body, it all has different jobs, different things it does to keep you alive. But the one goal is to keep you breathing and keep this fleshly machine going. You know, your heart's gonna pump the blood, the brain is gonna send the messages through your body to, say the pain and all this and that. You got your digestion, everything, all your organs ready to break down the things it needs to break down, and then it's all a complex system that has one goal. He made everything in his image. Literally, where like you could break it down in so many different ways, even in the world when he gives everybody their different purposes, and they all come back to the table for the one purpose, and which is to love. Is very simple. So for men sitting here like, I don't cry, nah, bro, I'm tough. I'm tough. Get that tough dude a hug. Bet you he break down. Give
1,000%.
give big bro a hug and pat his back. Pat his tough back. Watch you drop them tough tears. Like we're not invincible, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's okay. It's so many different ways to show strength, to show kindness. It's a different ways to show all these things. Like there's a deeper meaning behind all these different emotions, and then you holding that in, bro.
Amen.
You're only holding in poison. Like the only reason,
Right.
like he knew to, like how you say he knew to really grab me in that moment because I was so lost and in the dark where I could tell that was the only way out. Like he knew I wasn't that too far going. He knew that I still had a genuine heart and just wanted to be loved. And for him knowing I asked that question, he knew that he was the answer. That was the only thing I could see in that time. It wasn't gonna be nobody else in that moment that could have stopped me from doing what I was going to do except him. That's how he had to get me to that submissive stage to where I could just surrender. Cause bro, like
Amen.
I promise you, bro, like I was over it, bro. Like when I tell you, when I was in the beginning, when I was like, I've been ducking Job, I've been ducking Job for the longest because I done been Job, bro. I done been Job. Like I done been Job. I done been through this, that in such short period of time to the point where people would talk to me, or even people I would tell them 5 minutes, 2 minutes of my testimony, and they'd be like, bro, why have you went through all that at such a young age? So all you gotta do is keep faith, bro. And we
Yeah.
have Miss K joined in. Everybody
I was
say
gonna
hey to
I was gonna piggyback
K.
on something too, bro.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So you mentioned the body too. You ever so for everybody, question, right? You ever saw a body function headless?
Like after decapitation, it still keeps going.
Have you seen it like function headless, just like a walking body with no
Oh
head?
no,
No.
that wow,
No.
tweak out.
That
It won't be
that's
moving after
the
I
church.
see it.
That's the church without Christ. Because feel me, we're the body and he's the head.
Yeah,
So because he's the head, he's the membrane to everything that keeps everything aligned and function.
yeah,
In other words, as long as we're connected to the head, we're always in order.
yeah. Don't be a bag of evil organs.
You ate that one. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Yeah, don't
That's
be
not
a
my words, man. I'm telling you, bro.
don't
Oh
be a
my gosh.
bag of flesh of evil organs. That's bad, you know. Don't do that.
Because a headless chicken go run all over.
I
It's
was about
out
to
of
say I'm
order.
about to
Doesn't know what to
relate it
do.
to that literally. You just run around the world
So
tweaked out.
I'm saying, so we're talking about having that head, like, bro, that's like a car without an engine. I can
Yeah,
ever function. I can ever drive. I can even like initiate.
yeah.
So it goes to show that he's the core to a lot of things. And if we're not connected to the true vine, hello,
Cause guess what?
how can we ever bear fruit?
You just gonna mimic. You're just gonna mimic. You're gonna be out here. You're just gonna mimic. And even if you are, I would say the best way is to mimic somebody walking in Christ, because eventually He'll speak to you, but you're not gonna really be grasping it. So that's why it's good to get your own relationship, not mimic off of somebody else's. That's exactly like seeing a relationship. How a lot of people do nowadays. They'll see a relationship on the phone, and then they'll say something like this: "I ship them," and they act like it's their relationship. I ship them.
Wow.
They so cute, and they'll keep up with it like it's theirs. They'll be feet kicked all up, watching somebody else's instead of going to get their own relationship. Like that's exactly how it looks. Hashtagging it and all, sharing it and all. Like, look how good they so cute. Like goals, go get your own goals. Like, bro,
Yes. Get your own mans, bro. There's one for
yeah,
everybody.
your own. He dispersed himself in all of us. You got your mans right there inside of you. Like, I wanted to do a TikTok where it'd be like a lot of women nowadays be like, God, you didn't send me. Can you send me a man of God? And Jesus just sitting there like,
Is it because you can't see me?
my girl. You don't feel that right there?
No.
That's me. That's me. It's me.
Now, who you pray to at night?
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, that's
Don't
kind of
be acting
contradicting,
bougie
bro.
on me. Like Lil Bro ain't got nothing on me. Lil Bro ain't got nothing on me. But Miss K, we're
No,
sharing
that's real.
testimonies.
Oh, y'all is?
Powerful,
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah. I know you. Yeah. You got caught lacking. She was like, I'm having a rough day. This and that. Can you join the Discord? Yeah, you could join. Get in here. What's the
I was
matter?
just,
Speak, girlie. Let it out. Let it out. Speak. This is a safe
That's why
place.
I share. So the spotlight on you.
Yeah.
wait a
You
minute,
came in
wait a
at the
minute.
perfect time. Let me tell you something.
No, bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
The accurate time.
Yeah.
Man, I just been having a rough day today. Like my car, my only source of transportation, it got like, it's gone. Like I had to throw it away. So it's like, dang, I just got this good paying job, and I know like the Lord blessed me, and I feel like, and I was telling you, like go read the Book of Job, because that's what I'm in right now. And my pastor was just talking about the Book of Job, and that's where I feel like I'm really at right now. But I also feel like God is like breaking me anew type stuff. Like everything of the old has to be
Yeah.
withered away, so He can open up these new doors, and some things got to be taken away from me, so I can, thrive in my new identity in Christ and thrive into the position that He wants me to, thrive in. Because I can see Him putting me in position. But at the same time, to my left, everything constantly getting taken away from me. So it's just like, I know I can't hold on because ain't nobody trying to end up like Lot.
Yeah.
I know I can't hold on to the old things, but it's just like I gotta remember, like I gotta have faith above all, above anything else, and have faith in everything. That God, because God has already he has already he already has a plan. So
Yeah.
I need to come in agreement with his plan. I know as a believer, I know God got a plan for me. I know, but it's just like hard when you keep getting hit.
Yeah.
It's like I take 2 steps forward, then like I'm getting
Oh man.
taking 10 steps backwards,
To
low
give you a
key.
hug, gang.
Yeah, it's just it
I'm
be a
thinking
lot
that's
going
me,
on,
right?
but yeah, like I just like literally just
Ooh.
prayed, and it's like I literally just prayed, literally. Like that's
Yeah.
why I ain't like DM you back like instantly
Yeah.
because I just had to pray. Like when I say I just did like a big community prayer over everything because like my family going through it, so it's just like
Yeah.
I'm yeah, it's just like it's not just one thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a list, and like if I go down, you're gonna be like, dang, like you
Yeah.
still
It'd
standing,
be like that.
you still standing tall. Like people don't know that I be even going through the stuff because because I still got faith, and I know my God because he didn't because the same word that he has given me before, I'm living in them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna question God. I'm not questioning
Mm-hmm.
him at all. It's just like it's hard. You know what I'm saying? When you going through the motions currently. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Just keep
I
your
gotta constantly tell myself like, Kier, God, like no weapon formed against you shall prosper, not the ones in your head. God gonna do it. God is doing it for you right now. Like
mm-hmm.
why? Like don't even question it. You know what I'm saying? Like you are the woman for the job. God is taking you through this not because for you or your benefit, but for His glory, so you can help His daughters arise. I know I be getting into a certain situation, so I can help other women that's around me. I help my
Mm-hmm.
own mama. You know what I'm saying? So I already know, like, God put it in me for a reason. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? God is doing it and actively shaping me and forming me because it's like the person I used to be until now. Like, I just had my roommate say she looked up to me and that I admire her and all of that.
Ooh.
But it's just like, if you knew the person I was, and she was like, I can't even imagine you being like this. Like, she come to me for advice, for prayer, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's for a reason. All this is happening for a reason.
It's a
God is a God of
reminder.
intention.
Yeah.
God is intentional with everything He do. So I have to be intentional. Just like what my pastor was just saying yesterday. I'm literally the Job of my family, of my like my friends, my family, and everything. I'm the priesthood, so I
That was
have to
so
go through some
scary.
things. So in order to help people in transition into where they, you know what I'm saying, to help
Yeah.
them, and it's the glorification of God.
Mm-hmm.
So people know that God is still in the miracle making business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look,
So it's just like it's
K,
a lot.
breathe, K, breathe, breathe, K, breathe, K. It's okay. Just keep your eye. You know who to keep your eyes on. You obviously know who to run to. You got it. You understand who you are. Listen to what you're saying. You're not saying that you lost and don't know what to do. You're not saying you your old self. You saying you new K. You got this. You know who to run to. You know who to put into. You know what your purpose is. All that was taken away was the transportation, and there's always an attention why. If you got a Uber and Lyft, he already gave you a better paying job. Just do those, and he wants you to go straight home. There's a reason he probably don't want you driving right now. People don't know how to drive in Tampa, anyways. I don't even like driving half the time. You probably don't. Yeah, you probably need to stay focused. Just lock in more with him because he about to transform you into something that you don't even
Man,
believe I
bro,
could
look, I'm
grasp.
already. Look, I'm
Already
locked
locked
in
in. We locked
every
in.
night.
Yes,
I'm trying to read
yes.
5 chapters a night, like
Five.
literally.
Dang, I ain't just talking to you
Hey,
more.
That's up.
Kay.
Mhm.
Hey,
Hey. Yo, I'm finna go to church.
That's
All
right.
right. So I'll
All
talk to
right.
y'all later. God
all
bless.
right. God
All right.
bless.
Pray for the chat, man.
Bye. Love
Drive
you.
safe,
Bye.
drive
Love you,
safe, drive
Tati.
safe, drive
Love you
safe,
too.
I love you more, girl.
drive safe, drive safe.
Thank you. Thank
Look,
you.
boys, for you across the street.
Mm-hmm. Put that seatbelt on. I ain't get that out. Put that seatbelt on. But yeah,
She know.
that's what I would say because
That's deep, bro.
you know exactly you in the position that you prayed for before, and now he gonna give you what you prayed for and then more. Just things do have to get taken away. Like we're already spoiled enough, and people don't really see it from the small blessings
No,
that
we
he do.
is.
Yeah,
We is.
we spoiled already.
Yeah.
So just keep your eyes on him. Just know that you in his grace. Know that you still got the strength and the breath to take a step forward. So you just gotta switch a few things up. It's okay. like you wasn't in here before, but just take the opportunity to find joy in the current situation that you're in, and then you won't even see it
Yeah.
the way that you're seeing. You won't even let your emotions have power over what he's
I don't
doing.
even think it's the whole car situation. I think because like I be like I said before. I remember when we was doing the podcast and I was
Yeah.
telling you like I be getting attacked and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a reason behind my attacking because like
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like I was just getting attacked all day. But at the same time, God was. It's like
You know
He
the
calms my spirit at the same time. So it's like I'm getting attacked, but God is calming me down at the
yeah,
same time. Like you know how a negative thought can form in your
yeah.
mind, but before it can fully even develop,
Mm-hmm.
God, Jesus sends you some peace.
You know
And
the one saying where there's like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing if there's not haters.
true.
You
Yeah.
know who the number one hater is when you're getting close to that man, the devil. What he
Yeah.
gonna send after you? Discernment. He already tainted the flesh. He gonna make you, dang, am I doing this right? Am I doing this?
Yeah.
Look, and guess what he gonna do? He gonna whisper in your ear. It's not, exactly like you said. Look to the left. Look to the fear of it. Look to the what if it doesn't go to the right way. One thing about God, He aligns stuff perfectly.
You do.
You think it's so funny that He came in the embodiment as Jesus as a craftsman, a builder that has to have precise measurements with the mathematics and everything like that. No, he'd have been doing his math. He showed the work. You remember our teacher be like, show your work. He showed the work
Yeah.
ahead of time. He
Yeah.
showed the work ahead of time, and it's
And
everlasting.
there's something way.
My boy been showing his work from the beginning, from the foundation,
Literally.
even while he
Literally.
was sketching. They gonna question this, but watch, I'm gonna put it right here, and then probably like a 1,000 years, somebody will be like, "Dang, y'all ain't see this? Y'all ain't see this?" So,
Right.
like,
But I love that you shared, looking like you was kind of hesitant. It was like, I don't want to share, but I love that for you.
yeah. Nah, she
God
need to
got
get
you.
it out. She need
God
to get it
got
out.
us.
I know one thing about Kay when she get to talking, yeah, she gonna talk. She gonna talk. She gonna talk. You give her an opportunity to talk about God, she gonna talk. So I wasn't even hearing it. I wasn't biting that debate. Get in here.
For real.
It was literally perfect
That's
timing.
good.
Like you came exactly when you needed to come. You didn't even have to wait and really hear nobody. Well, you came in at the last little part of me, but yeah. Look, you say you was having a bad day. You need to vent. Look what God did. Look what God did. As soon as you got in here, you didn't have to
Nah,
sit
he
here and
really-
wait. You didn't have to sit here and wait. He was like, get in that Discord, let it out.
Not 'cause, like I saw your story and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I would just say like it might seem like everything like falling apart, but really it's coming together.
Mhm.
You gotta lose those things to get the new thing. Yeah.
Like,
So
Wait, there's too many people talking at one time. I can't hear everybody.
yeah, confession brings belief. Oh my,
Yeah.
wait. My boy's still in here. You get in here and say,
Whoa.
get in here and
Come
say
on,
something.
man.
Get in here and say something.
Come on, man.
Get here and share your testimony.
that's-
Oh yeah, I really want to hear his because he was talking about getting closer with the Holy Spirit. I need to hear that. I need to hear how he's been going with his journey. You need to get in here. Join in. But yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off of what she said about things falling apart. When things fall apart, he's a craftsman. He gonna pick up the best parts and what needs to be picked up.
There you go, man.
He gonna filter out. He gonna filter out what don't need to be there. And guess what he gonna do with those pieces that fell apart? He gonna put something else together. Put what need to get put together. That's what he's gonna do. So
That's literally what he just did to me. Like
Yeah.
in a way,
Oh,
you know that we was trying to move to Copeland and stuff like that,
yeah.
but Copeland didn't end up working out, and we ended up finding a different place. Even though it's a bit more pricier, it's way more better than what we expected. And I was trying to tell your brother that I was like, you stressing about us not being able to get in Copeland, but I was already telling you that he already got something way bigger for us planned than all this and that. And like the place now is 10 times, 100 times way better than what we was like saying we wanted at the time. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, this not what God got planned for me. I'm already knowing, like, we just gotta have faith in him and just keep praying and staying consistent with it. And then boom, he ended up literally unfolding it right in front of us, and then we looked at each other and we was like, and I was like, I told you so, but I was like, I really wasn't trying to say I told you so, but I was trying to prepare you for what God was trying to prepare us for.
You know what you
in
just
a
need
way.
to start saying?
And then,
Just when y'all give each other that next look, just be like, all glory be to God. All glory
right.
be to God.
And I literally say that all day. I'd be like, all we could do is just thank God and pray and just be happy for what He is giving us, because we really don't deserve nothing, but yet He give us literally every single thing, literally.
Yep.
But yeah, because you know it was stressful, but
Yeah.
now it's like ain't nothing to really stress about once you let everything go and just let Him do what He need to do and cover you.
You have a good one.
Is everybody done sharing their testimonies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this new person who just joined, I think this is the person I sent the link to. Maybe. But I'm finna text them and see, because I don't know.
I miss Jimbo. I miss Jimbo Fisher so
I was
bad.
gonna say something. No, I lost it.
Oh yeah, we're definitely enjoying it. You as well, mama.
I lost it.
Here you go.
Hold on.
Boy. Come on through. Come on through.
Dang, what was I gonna say? Don't lose it. I done messed up my screen. I can't even see everybody well. Hold on, y'all.
Here you go, man. Let's see what I'm beautiful neck. That was not zipped up. The front one isn't zipped up. The front one, you're
What's
welcome.
going on? My screen.
That's on. How we going?
I'm so dumb. I fixed it. All right, so we could still, if anybody wants to stay on the Discord, because I know I didn't think the testimony would last this long. I ain't gonna cap. It's already at an hour 11, so I'm gonna stop
Thank you.
the recording for this one.